I had such a great plan, and then it went all wrong. Hello you lovely people, and welcome to another video. Please excuse my voice. I am recovering from the flu, and I have to say I have not recovered 100%, which is why I'm also maybe a little bit sweaty. Now, over the last few weeks, I have made a few budget challenge videos. I have lived on 25 euros a week, 15 euros a week, 10 euros a week, and I even lived on 1 euro a day for a whole week, or at least I tried. And there is only one thing for me left to do: try and live for a whole week for free. Dare I say I tried, and I also have to say I failed spectacularly, although I did have an awesome plan. Let me tell you about it. First of all, let me mention that I already made a video where I lived a whole week on supermarket food waste, basically also for free. If you're interested in that video, please have a look at the link up here. You can see the full video there. What this video was about is an organization called Food Sharing, where members work together with different stores and save food that would go otherwise to waste. And my number one rule for this video was I can use food that would otherwise be wasted. So if I saved some food from a supermarket, I could use that for that video. But just to recreate the video I had already made would be a bit too boring. So instead I had a different plan. The plan included an app for a supermarket. You might have noticed that nowadays nearly every supermarket has an app, and usually you can get coupons with these apps, or also you can collect points and then get, something for free. Now, I do have an app for a supermarket called Netto. You can collect points, so for each euro that you spend you get 1 point. And you can later reclaim these points in the form of a gift card on the app. Or at least so I thought. I had collected more than 1,000 points, which would be the equivalent to 10 euros. And I was at the supermarket. I went to the app. I wanted to get the gift card, and it didn't work. And I have still no idea why. I can show you the screenshot. So I was in the app, I followed the path. It wouldn't let me convert the points into the gift card. I tried then to call someone on a service hotline. Guess how that went? They kicked me out of the hotline twice, and another 2 times I was trying to ring them, and after 5 minutes of being in the loop, I gave up. It was just too annoying. I knew I would not be able to reach anybody on the hotline. So there is theoretically, excuse me, that's still the flu talking. Theoretically speaking, it would be possible to claim the points into a gift card and then shop with that gift card at the supermarket. But in the real world, it didn't work. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have to admit, I had a plan, it didn't work out. Nevertheless, I had already planned this video. I had already bought the ingredients. So I thought, what the heck? We'll just roll with it. If I can't call this video living for free for a week, then I'll just call it trying to live free for a week and then accidentally living on 10 euros a week. I hope that's okay with you. Now, the rules for this video stated that, first of all, I could use anything that I had gotten from Food Sharing, which I would use a few items from Food Sharing. Then I'll use anything that I bought at Netto, which I would have theoretically done with the gift card. And then I also thought that anything I had in my pantry was fair game, because I'm so sick of buying just 1 onion for these budget challenge videos when I basically always have onions in my pantry. And this is everything I cooked with it. At Netto, there were some spectacular deals this week. For example, 5 kilograms of apples for €5.99. I really wanted to get them, but as you know, that was not in the budget. And there was also asparagus. It's asparagus season in Germany, so you can buy it everywhere. But this box alone would have cost about €9. So obviously I did not get it. On the other hand, what I did get was carrots because I needed carrots for some of the recipes. And I got 1 kilogram of organic carrots for €1.49. Not a bad deal, if I say so myself. Apart from that, I also got some passata, some tomatoes. I could have bought 2 cans for €1.50 all in all, but I heard that there are some chemicals leaking from the cans into the tomatoes, so I decided to buy them in a bottle. I also bought some lasagna sheets for €1.19, the no-name brand basically, and also some regular pasta. Usually I do have Barilla pasta on hand at home, but I was out of them, so I bought the cheaper pasta this week. I couldn't get the Barilla pasta here on sale at the moment. I also needed some oat milk, and my favorite oat milk was out of stock, unfortunately, so I had to buy the, instead of the Alpro nut milk, I had to buy the Oatly milk. Don't get me wrong, Oatly is also great, it tastes great, but it was slightly more expensive, and I'm a fan of the Alpro milk. What can I say? What can I say? Oh yeah, and in the Oatly there was also vitamin B12 and calcium, just like in the Alpro, so that was nice. I bought a pound of oats for 85 cents, the organic version. The non-organic version was just 6 cents cheaper, and I really didn't go for that. There were cucumbers on sale for 33 cents a piece, which was a spectacular deal, but I didn't need them for any recipes, so I didn't buy them. And here, ladies and gentlemen, is the haul. I bought 1 kilo of organic carrots for €1.49. I bought the Oatly oat milk for €2.55. Expensive? Yes, but on the other hand, with calcium and B12, and that was important to me. And as you saw, they didn't have the other one that I usually take, the Alpro, so anyways, we got the Oatly. Then lasagna sheets for €1.19. Organic oats for 85 cents. I have a whole big bottle of passata tomatoes for €1.69. A bag of penne for 79 cents. More than a kilo of bananas. It's, let me see, 6 huge bananas for €1.87. And all of that together gives us €10.43. So theoretically, if it had worked at the supermarket, I would have only paid 43 cents for all of this. But as we know, it didn't work. Let's not go into it again, shall we? Additionally, over here we have some things that I saved from food sharing. As I told you, I was at the supermarket last week and we saved some vegan cordon bleus. The best by date was the 4th of May, today's the 10th, and that doesn't concern me at all, guys, because this is not real meat. And anyway, it's been cooked, so for me, I'll just open it, I'll smell it, and if it smells good, if it seems okay, I will eat it. No worries there. Then, oh, and these are, by the way, pretty expensive, so hey. Then we have some cheese. We have some Saint-Aubry cheese, a camembert, 2 of those, where also the best by date is over. And then we also have some gorgonzola over here. With cheese, I'm even less concerned than with the vegan cordon bleus because cheese does not go bad. Cheese is cheese. It only gets riper over time. I mean, if you don't like that, then you should eat it. But I like strong flavored cheese. So no worries at all. In my opinion, this cannot be bad. So we'll use the cheese as well. And from the pantry, we add onions and garlic because I have those at home at all times, and red lentils and rice. If you think that's unfair, I have so much more in my pantry, guys. I also have over here. I've got some black beans here. I've got flour. I have cornstarch. I have nuts of all kinds, cashews, walnuts. I've got, what is this? Flax seeds. This is brown sugar. This is kidney beans. I have a lot in my pantry, okay, including all the spices, which I will use, by the way. Don't you worry. But I will not use everything, but this is stuff that I have always at home. So I really don't feel bad for using it. This is all we will use for the next week. And I think that's a lot. And I think it will be delicious. For breakfast this week, we will have old-fashioned oats with banana. I have 500 grams of oats, and that is a little bit more than a pound, a liter of oat milk, and 6 huge bananas. And I realized that I need about half a liter of this oat milk for another recipe, which means I can only have oatmeal for 3 days, because I need about 50 grams of oats, that's not the problem, but also about 150 milliliters of oat milk, which is about half a cup. So I can only manage 3, a maximum of maybe 4 oatmeals with that. And then for the rest of the week, I will either just eat a plain banana or I will cook the oats with water, which is something I don't like to do, which is why I'd probably just have the banana. We have 6 bananas, that doesn't matter. For the first 3 or 4 days, we will just use half a banana for the oatmeal, and then I can have the rest of the week 1 banana as breakfast. Good heavens, these bananas are enormous. I only took half a banana and put it on the oatmeal, and you can see that's more than enough. I also put on some cinnamon and some honey. You could also put on nuts or flax seeds or whatever you have in your pantry that you would like on oatmeal. For me, that's perfect. Just oats, oat milk, banana, cinnamon, and a little bit of honey. So good and so healthy, ladies and gentlemen. I don't cook the oatmeal. I just put the oats and the oat milk in a bowl like that and leave it for half an hour, and then I eat it. You don't necessarily need to cook it. If you have the time, just let it sit there for half an hour and it's fine. The first meal we're going to cook this week is something I'm very excited about because I haven't had it in a long while. It's pasta with gorgonzola sauce. Now, I try to avoid animal products nowadays, which is why I would never buy, or I would normally not buy gorgonzola cheese. But since I saved it with food sharing, I have no problems eating it at all. What we're going to do is we will cut up an onion, or maybe just half of it because it's a pretty big one, and 2 to 3 cloves of garlic, and brown that up in a pan with a little bit of oil. Then we will add the cut up gorgonzola as well and let it melt in the pan. And to make it easier to melt, we will add a little bit of oat milk. Doesn't have to be much, just a little bit something. Once the gorgonzola has melted, we will add about half of the passata into the sauce and stir it around and then taste it. And you can add salt and pepper, but otherwise nothing at all. And you don't even need salt and pepper. The gorgonzola is quite salty, so taste the sauce. And then if you want more salt and pepper, obviously add it. But that's it. We will then just cook the pasta, add it all together, and that is delicious. Believe me, it's very simple, but it's absolutely delicious. And the pasta made 4 big portions. I like a lot of sauce, so I added 2 scoops to each of the bowls. And apart from that, we have a tiny little bit of sauce left and some noodles. So that would be another portion of pasta, I'd say, but not enough sauce. But don't worry, we'll find a use for it. The second meal of the week will be a lentil lasagna. And for that, we will first prepare a lentil bolognese, very much the same that I made for one of my last videos. If you haven't seen that, I will leave a link up there for you. So first we will use some cut up onion and garlic and brown that up in a pan, and we will add some shredded carrots. We will let that brown for a bit and add some tomato paste to give it a bit more flavor. And once that is done, we will add the lentils and the passata, the tomatoes, and some veggie broth. And we will give it a lot of spices, possibly some Worcestershire sauce and some mushroom powder, some salt, some pepper, whatever you like in a bolognese, basically. Once the lentil bolognese is done, we will make a second sauce with the oat milk and the vegan butter and some flour. Basically, you just have to melt the vegan butter in a pot and then add flour and oat milk and stir frequently so it doesn't get burned. And then we will layer the lasagna sheets and the lentil bolognese and the white sauce into an oven-safe dish. You start with a small layer of lentil bolognese, you add some lasagna sheets, then again some lentil bolognese, some white sauce, some lasagna sheets, and so on and so on. And we will top it off with the cheese. I hope the Italians who are watching are now not fainting, but yes, I will use some camembert to top it off. I think cheese is cheese. It's good. It doesn't matter which type of cheese I put on my lasagna as long as it's cheese. Okay? Okay. This now goes into the oven at about 200 degrees Celsius, which is about 390 Fahrenheit, for I'd say half an hour, and then we'll check on it. This is what the lasagna looks fresh out of the oven. I think I could have added a little bit more sauce to the top because it looks like the top layer of the lasagna sheets got a bit dry, but I'm sure it's fine anyways. I'll try it and then I'll tell you what I think. Guys, please ignore the dishwasher in the background, but I just tried this and it's amazing. The camembert is so good on it. Doesn't matter what kind of cheese. It's the wrong kind of cheese, but it's the right kind of cheese, if you know what I mean. And as I said, it looked like the top sheets are dry, but they're not. They're actually done. Just looks like it. And it really is an absolute fantastic flavor. I can't say anything else. It works so well together. And as you can see, there are at least 8 pretty big portions in this dish. Meal number 3 will be a very simple one. It will be rice cooked with cut up carrots, and we will cook the rice and the carrots together in a pot with some veggie broth, and that's it. And we will eat that with the vegan cordon bleus, and they don't need a lot of cooking. You can either make them in a pan or in the oven. I prefer to make them in the oven. And that's it. I have enough rice and enough carrots and enough cordon bleus for 4 meals. I will not cook that all together. I will cook that bit by bit when I need it. Then it just tastes better. Here we have 2 portions of vegan cordon bleu with rice and carrots. Especially the rice and the carrots might look very simple, but we cooked the rice in veggie broth and that makes it tastier, and I think it's a very reasonable side. I only cooked 2 portions for now, the other 2 I will make during the week when I need them. But as you saw, I still have loads of rice and carrots, so that's not a problem at all. And this, ladies and gentlemen, brings us to the end of this video. Even though I failed in this challenge, I don't think it was my own fault, but still I failed. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, you could buy me a super thanks if you like. Underneath the video, to your right hand side are 3 little dots. If you click on these dots, you will find a button called super thanks. But if you don't have the money, or if you don't want to do that, don't worry about it. You know what is always for free? You could like, subscribe or comment on this video. That would really help out the channel. I'm trying to get over 1,000 subscribers, so if you could subscribe to my channel, I would be really happy and I would really appreciate it. And that's it. Thank you again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.